Hello, this is a Bechstein Model 9 that we sold in 2018, and unfortunately it's had an accident, so it's got a water spillage from above. Now, because there's a hinge here, if the water gets on the lid, it often goes down here through the hinge, and if we look at see what's happened, that's exactly what's happened. It's very unfortunate indeed, very sad, because they love the piano. They've got another piano from us now, and this one here, well, it is repairable obviously, and it's a Model 9 from the 1928, so that's a good year for Model 9s. I particularly like the later Model 9s. The piano has a beautiful tone, but as you hear, it doesn't work at all of course there because the strings are broken. Well, only one of them's actually broken, but they would probably break if you tried tuning it. It's often the case that even if it's very rusty, you can lubricate here and take the string down back up and it won't break, but they've got the sound's destroyed by getting moisture on it. By the way, never clean bass strings with anything liquid. You can destroy the sound in very quickly. You can hear the tone there has gone completely. Around there is very beautiful, so it's a beautiful piano. Now these are very rusty, but they're still sounding normal. And again, if you did take them down and back up again, put lubricant here first, that will break any rust bond, and then it may well tune up. But what we do normally, if it was a stock piano, obviously we would restring the whole piano. But it is repairable. It doesn't seem to have lost its tone at all around this point. These Model 9 of this year is much better on the break point here than the older one. Here's a Bechstein that's just been restrung. It's a taller piano, so it has a deeper sound, and it had new hammers and dampers as well. You can also see that lots of dampers have come off, unfortunately, well, if it was a stock piano, it's hard to make a profit out of this. I think there are Model 9s available, so obviously to have to do this much work on it, it's possible. It's a beautiful sounding piano, and the case is good, so it's something we would think about if we got it into stock, but we wouldn't really be able to pay anything for it, unfortunately, because the amount of work involved. Now, looking down the bottom of the piano, the moisture's obviously run down the strings, and you can see how much damage is done. So the bass strings are absolutely shot, unfortunately, and the treble ones, well, those bass ones, they sound still reasonably as they should do. You can see they're damaged at the bottom too. So any moisture that gets on the string, it completely deadens the sound that gets into the string and completely deadens it. So if you clean it with something like pledge strings, you can completely ruin the tone of them. So it's really important. I want to point that out, given the opportunity. There's some of the dampers fallen down the bottom. In general, it doesn't seem to have damaged the action too much, or the hammers, but down here quite a lot of the hammers have gone loose, so that would be probably getting moisture in them, drying out again. The hinges are loose. I have to take it apart to see what's actually happened, but very loose here. It's very sad and very unfortunate, because this was an excellent piano. So in summary, water's got in through this hinge. It's surprising the lids are not damaged. It could well be that this was all clean. The water's got off here very quickly, because normally the polish will get damaged as well. Now, not all pianos have hinged lids. Here's a Welmar, and that's not got a hinge on the lid, as you can see, so there's no danger of the water coming down and falling onto the dampers, which is the worst scenario normally. This is our storage area. There's a Yamaha with a hinged lid, and behind it there's Foric, which hasn't got a hinged lid, so some modern pianos have them and some don't. So this is an excellent Model 9 Bechstein. So say the 20s Model 9s are excellent pianos, but down here completely shot, so very unfortunate. It'd be wonderful to rescue the piano, really. It's such a well-made instrument. Thank you very much for listening. Hope that's helpful.